Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. You guys want to hear something totally not surprising at all? Donald Trump has officially secured another legal battle against dishonest, partisan, political Democrat actors who continue in their quest to try to destroy them. I mean, wow, we've never been there before. It's not like I literally made a video about this yesterday. New York Attorney General Letitia James' joke of a case that is crumbling apart. Well, apparently that wasn't the only legal case involving the Trump Organization, which was currently ongoing in the state of New York. Apparently, there's been an ongoing legal battle between the city of New York, I believe started by Bill de Blasio and his government against the Trump Organization, involving a golf course. Yes, involving a golf course. We'll read the article, but I believe Bill de Blasio's government was trying to revoke a permit of some sort, essentially maliciously trying to attack the Trump Organization financially and impede in their ability to do business in the state of New York. And it just goes to show you just how petty these Democrats are, and especially these New York Democrats, who won't stop in what can only be described as their legal harassment of the Trump Organization. And surprise to absolutely no one, they were completely out of line to take the actions that they were taking against the Trump Organization. And once again, Donald Trump has scored another massive legal victory in court. And so I guess the saying stays relevant. You can't stump the Trump, you can't stop the Trump train. Another massive victory for the Don 45. So let me show you guys what happened, but of course before we get into any of it, please make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, share it as much as possible. We are still shadow banned by the YouTube algorithm, hidden from non-subscribed viewers. And with that out of the way, let's roll the tape. Alright friends, so here's the article right over here. Trump scores legal victory against New York City. New York City is a liberal bastion, and the elected officials appear to not want any reminders of former President Donald Trump in that city. But a judge just nixed one of the city's plans. The city wanted to cancel the Trump Organization's Ferry Point golf course in the Bronx, but a judge ruled in the organization's favor this week, Bloomberg reported. The city ended $17 million worth of contracts with the company in February 2021 after the January 6th assault on the U.S. Capitol, including deals to operate a carousel and 2 ice rinks in Central Park. The company, which had a November 14th deadline to leave the course, sued the city in June. New York said the organization breached a provision of the contract that required it to operate a course capable of attracting professional tournament quality events. The city argued that the PGA of America's announcement in January that it wouldn't hold its annual championship at Trump's Bedminster, New Jersey course led it to believe that no golf organization would associate itself with the Bronx course if it was connected to Trump after the Capitol riot, according to the suit. But New York State Supreme Court Justice Deborah James on Friday vacated the city's decision to cancel the contract for Ferry Point, saying that there is no such obligation in their agreement. James noted that while the deal allowed the city to cancel the agreement at will, New York wasn't citing that section in its decision to terminate the contract. Anyone holding a city concession is held to a high standard. A New York City Law Department spokesman said, "We are disappointed in the court's decision, and we are reviewing legal options." Of course, Democrats will never stop. No matter how many times they lose in court, we always seem that same quote over and over again. We are reviewing our legal options. The Joe Biden administration fails to sue Texas, Georgia over their voter ID laws. We will continue to review our legal options. They lose on Donald Trump's Remain in Mexico policy. We will continue to review our legal options. I mean, the one thing you gotta give them is that they are persistent. They never stop. And especially when it comes to Donald Trump, they absolutely refuse to stop. But going back to this Trump golf course in Brooklyn, Eric Trump released a tweet today, breaking total victory at Trump Ferry Point. Bill de Blasio is a disgrace to New York, and his challenge to our contract was nothing more than political theater that cost New York tremendous money and time. Our team is proud to continue to operate the greatest golf course in New York. And that's exactly what it is. Wasted taxpayer dollars in this endless attack against the Trump Organization. I mean, think about the millions upon millions of dollars. We're probably getting to the point where hundreds of millions of dollars have been spent in these nonsensical, partisan, aimless investigations and lawsuits against Donald Trump, and nothing has materialized for the left. They have nothing, falling on their face over and over and over again, which honestly would be one thing if they were using their own money. What makes it so egregious is that they're using taxpayer dollars, and then on top of that, it's nothing but political nonsense. They're wasting taxpayer dollars to sit in their offices all day, analyze all of Donald Trump's business in New York, go through all of it and say, where's a weak point? Where's something that we can attack? After the events of January 6th, the PGA tried to distance themselves from Donald Trump, which honestly as a company is understandable. They're going to move away from controversy, but this idea that the PGA has shunned Donald Trump for a lifetime isn't necessarily how I currently understand it. But Bill de Blasio in New York City at the time see what's happening with the PGA and find an opportunity to pounce. I mean, to me, that's political and that's malicious in nature. Finding any possible excuse to investigate, to harass, to go after Donald Trump and his interests, even if it means making a shoddy legal argument, based on some arbitrary rule that was never even stipulated in the contract between the Trump Organization and the city. It's absurd. It's nothing but political grandstanding, and frankly, it's an element of political corruption. These are the actions of corrupt Democrat actors who are on a power trip. I mean, I don't exactly know the will of the New York City voter. I mean, if you think about it, there is a whole lot of Trump derangement syndrome that's moving around. But do the voters of New York City really want millions of their taxpayer dollars spent on harassing Donald Trump? I'd imagine they'd appreciate their taxes going to something of actual value, like making the city more safe, fixing potholes, the actual role that government is supposed to play. But instead you have these political actors with inflated egos, wasting taxpayer dollars for their own personal political vendetta. That is absurd, and if I was paying taxes in New York City, I would be pissed. I know there's a lot of people who support this stuff, a lot of wacko leftists, but you guys gotta take a step back and think, what am I doing?
Stop it. Get some help.
And more importantly, what is your leadership doing? Well, Mayor Bill de Blasio had a very important job during a very tough time in American history. The pandemic, riots, the surge in crime. Mayor Bill de Blasio's office was focused on a petty lawsuit to take away a $17 million contract from the Trump Organization. I mean, just think about that. And of course, during the summer of riots, as the city was burning, as police cars were literally being firebombed by Antifa members, mass vandalism across the city, and of course something that even Mayor Bill de Blasio's own daughter was involved in, as all of that was happening, what did Bill de Blasio do? He painted a massive Black Lives Matter mural on the street across from Trump Tower, in some sort of snarky political play, almost to imply that I guess Donald Trump was some sort of racist and didn't think Black lives mattered, or that he was at the root cause of racism in America. I mean, just dumb stuff, honestly. Again, a waste of taxpayer dollars, political grandstanding, attacking the Trump Organization, demonizing the Trump Organization, while simultaneously doing absolutely nothing productive for the actual citizens of New York. Another one bites the dust, another massive legal victory for Donald Trump. And I just have this weird feeling that this isn't going to be the last time I'm making a video very similar to this one. If I'm trying to take away a golf course from Donald Trump, I mean, what's next? We're going to find out that Donald Trump owns a bunch of hot dog joints in New York, and the new mayor of New York, Eric Adams, is going to be spending millions of taxpayer dollars to go after Donald Trump and his evil hot dog empire. Obviously, I'm trying to make it sound as ridiculous as possible because that's exactly what this is. It's just ridiculous. Donald Trump has a track record of investing in New York City, putting in money. We all remember the story of Donald Trump going out of his own pocket to refurbish the New York ice rink. He's literally a historic New York figure who's been a key part in the development of New York City and what it is today, but for some reason these hateful, vengeful Democrats are trying to stop that and trying to attack that legacy. It's absolutely disgusting. It's political in nature, it's malicious, and it's corrupt. That's what I got for you guys though. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, share this video as much as possible. We are still shadow banned by the YouTube algorithm. I'm gonna get back to work though. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.